In the quiet village of Nkume, surrounded by thick forests and whispering palm trees, there lived a young woman named Nena. She was known for her kindness and beauty, her laughter echoing through the market square like a song carried by the wind. When Nena married Abina, a humble farmer, the village rejoiced. Their union was blessed with love, laughter, and soon, news of a coming child. But as her belly grew, strange things began to happen around her home. Dogs would bark endlessly into the night, staring at the forest as if they saw something unseen. The elders whispered that the spirits were restless, but Nena laughed it off, saying, "I have done no wrong. The spirits will not harm me." When the time came for her to give birth, the moon hid behind dark clouds. The wind howled through the thatched roofs, and the cries of owls filled the night. Inside her hut, Nena labored for hours, her screams echoing through the compound. Then, just before dawn, the cries stopped. When the midwife came out, her eyes were red with tears. In her trembling arms lay a small, wailing baby, Nena's child. But Nena herself was gone. She had breathed her last in childbirth. The entire village mourned. Women wailed, men bowed their heads in silence, and Abina sat by his wife's grave, unable to speak. The child, a baby girl named Chisom, became the center of his world. But grief has strange ways of lingering. 3 nights after Nena's burial, Abina woke to the sound of his baby crying softly. He reached for her cradle, but the baby was quiet, cooing softly as if being rocked by gentle hands. Confused, he lit his oil lamp. And there, sitting beside the cradle, her skin pale but her face calm, was Nena. Her eyes were gentle, her smile faint. She held the baby in her arms, humming the lullaby she used to sing before she died. The room smelled faintly of earth and rain. Abina froze in fear, the lamp trembling in his hand. "Do not fear," Nena whispered. "She cries when she is hungry. I cannot rest while she suffers." And before he could speak, she vanished into the night, leaving only the sound of the baby suckling peacefully. The next morning, Abina told no one. Who would believe him? But he noticed something strange. The baby was always well fed, though he hadn't given her milk. Her lips smelled faintly of breast milk, and her small belly was full. Days turned into weeks, and every night, Nena returned. She came when the cock crowed once before dawn, fed her child, and disappeared when the second crow sounded. The baby grew strong and beautiful, but rumors began to spread. The midwife, who often checked on the child, noticed that the hut smelled like wet earth and flowers at night. "There is something strange here," she whispered. One evening, Abina confided in the village elder, a wise old man named Panwari. The elder listened quietly, nodding with understanding. "The bond between a mother and her child is not easily broken," he said. "But the world of the dead must not mix with the living for long. If Nena continues, she will never find peace." He gave Abina a small clay pot filled with sacred herbs. "Place this by the child's cradle tonight. If the spirit comes, she will reveal her true form." That night, Abina did as he was told. The air grew cold again, and the baby began to cry. Slowly, Nena appeared, but this time, when the lamplight touched her face, her beauty flickered. Her eyes were hollow, her skin grey. She looked less human, more like a shadow wearing her old smile. "Nena," Abina whispered, trembling. "Why do you come? You are dead. You must rest." Tears streamed down her ghostly cheeks. "How can I rest," she said softly, "when my child cries for me? When she hungers, my spirit feels her pain. Would you have me ignore my daughter's call?" Abina fell to his knees. "But you cannot stay. You belong to the ancestors now." For a moment, silence filled the room. Then Nena looked at her baby one last time. "Promise me," she said, her voice fading like wind through dry leaves, "that you will tell her I loved her. That even in death, I came for her." And as the first light of dawn touched the horizon, Nena's figure shimmered, then dissolved into 1,000 fireflies that floated out through the window. From that day, the baby no longer cried in the night. The scent of earth disappeared from the hut, and peace returned to Abina's home. Years later, when Chisholm had grown into a bright young woman, her father told her the story. Tears filled her eyes. She often sat by her mother's grave, placing flowers there and whispering, "Thank you, Mama, for never leaving me hungry." But the story of Nena became more than a memory. It became a warning told by the elders of Nkume. They said, "When a mother dies, her love may call her back. But the dead must never linger among the living. Love is pure, but when it crosses the line between worlds, it becomes sorrow." To this day, villagers tell the tale of the dead mother who returned to feed her child, reminding everyone that love, though eternal, must know its boundaries, and that even the deepest affection must yield to the laws of the unseen. Moral of the story: a mother's love is eternal, but even love must respect the balance between life and death. When the dead are called by grief, they lose their peace, and so do the living. The living must cherish love in its time, for when it crosses into the afterlife, it becomes a haunting.